friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lisa and today I am going to do a mini-ish haul. Now this is a mini-ish haul with a twist. I have some books here. You can't see them probably because they're on the ground, but these are some books I picked up over the last couple of months and also with my last haul. And some of the books I will just be reading the back of the book for the synopsis. Then where the twist comes in is some of them I took the descriptions to ChatGPT and I have revamped them a bit, because to be honest, if I read the back of these books and I read these descriptions on them, I probably wouldn't have picked them up in the first place. I only picked them up due to popularity on TikTok or BookTube. So yeah, let's get into it. So the first books I have are Gild, Glint, Glow from Raven Kennedy. I'm missing the third one. I just ordered the third one, Gleam. I didn't buy that one initially because these were on sale for some reason, but the third one wasn't, and I thought to myself I might not be reading them for a while, so I will just pick up the third one when it's on sale. And the third one is on sale now, and I've actually read the first one, so I'll be talking about that in my wrap up. But these books are one of the books that if I read the synopsis on Gild, I probably would not have picked up this book in a bookstore because it doesn't really sound all that interesting to me, to be honest. So I went ahead and got ChatGPT to revamp that synopsis a bit for us so it sounds a bit more interesting. So it says this series follows Oren, you know. And it says, in a kingdom dripping with gold, I'm the shiny centerpiece. King Midas's prized possession, his golden girl. But when war knocks on our golden doors, trust shatters, love falters, and I realize palace life is just a glorified cage. Turns out Midas might not be the golden king I thought he was. Get ready for a reimagined myth of Midas with twists, turns, and enough intrigue to make your head spin. Welcome to Aurea, where even the gold has secrets. Now, that sounds so good as opposed to what is on the back of this book, okay? Like I said, I've read this book. I will give my review in my next video because I am filming a wrap-up video. But yeah, this one, the synopsis just did not sound that good to me, to be honest. Then I also picked up Lightlark from Aster. Now this book has been on BookTok for ages. It has been everywhere. It sounded so intriguing. I have recently seen some really negative reviews about it, so I'm quite hesitant to pick it up because it's quite thick-ish. It's not really that thick. It has about... People on videos make this look so fast and easy. I don't know, almost 400 pages. But it says on the back, welcome to the Centennial. Every 100 years, the island of Lightlark appears for only 100 days to host a deadly game, where the rulers of six realms fight to break their curses and win unparalleled power. Each ruler has something to hide. Each curse is uniquely wicked. To break them and save themselves and their realms, one ruler must die. So the way the author also described the book on BookTok sounded so intriguing, so I am quite interested to pick this one up. But yeah, like I said, I've heard a few negative reviews and I'm not sure anymore, but I'm usually one that tries to just decide for myself, so we'll see how this one goes. Next up, I have Assistant to the Villain. I love this cover, it's so beautiful, and this was another one that I got ChatGPT to revamp a little bit. The back sounds okay-ish. It wasn't too bad, but I thought we would add a little spice, you know? It says, desperate for work, Evie Sage takes a job with Renaudon's notorious villain. Sure, the workplace has its quirks, like dangling heads and squishy eyeballs. But things get even weirder when she suspects a rat in the dungeon. And I'm not talking about the furry kind. With a crush on her boss and a kingdom in chaos, Evie must resist both temptation and sabotage to keep her job intact. Because, let's face it, finding a decent job is tough, especially when evil is involved. So, this is from Nicole Maehrer? I'm not even going to pronounce, I can't even pronounce that. But sounds really interesting, sounds good. So we will be picking this up soon. I think this will be a good palette cleanser between, you know, really high fantasy, or if you read a lot of rom-coms recently, I think this will be a good palette cleanser. Right, the fourth book that I want to mention is A Throne of Feathers. I can never say that word. Feathers and Bone by Shannon, Maehrer and Kelly St. Clair. So, sorry if you saw me change position. I was like on my knees and I realized that I am turning 30 this year and the knees just, they don't want to do the thing anymore. This is the second book in the Honey and Ice trilogy. I listened to the first book on audiobook, graphic audio, and I really liked it. I will not be telling you what this one is about because obviously spoilers, but I grabbed the description of the first book off of Goodreads, so I will quickly give you that little tidbit. A Court of Honey and Ash is the first book, and it follows Allie, who is half human and half orphan fae. Orphaned, trained to fight, raised to fear the power of Underhill, secretly in love with a man who doesn't want me. I'm still just Allie, aka the half human orphan fae, but my life is looking up for the first time. It only took me my whole 24 years. But when Underhill, the ancestral home of the Fae, shatters and making it impossible for any Fae to enter, I'm the only one who knows who did it. A secret that will be the death of me if I do nothing. A brutal madness spreads through the Fae as they lose their connection to Underhill. And to save my people, my only choice is to leave all I have fought for and go on the run. Unless I figure out how the hell magic that has existed since the dawn of time was destroyed with a single touch, well, an entire life spent fighting to prove myself isn't going to mean anything at all. I must find the answer to the riddle of Underhill's shattering, hunted by the very man I loved once upon a time. Now, that doesn't sound as intriguing as the book actually was. The book was really not that bad. I actually quite enjoyed it. It was fast paced. It was just a nice, good, fun read. So yeah, definitely check it out if you're looking for something a little bit more fast paced, something to get you out of a reading slump. But I will be talking more about that book in my wrap up video. Next up we have A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson and Good Girl Bad Blood, which is the second book in this trilogy. Now, I already read the first one. I really enjoyed it. Oh wait, this is the first one. No, that one's the first one. Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I really enjoyed this, the first book, so I'll be telling you a bit more about what this book is about, and I will once again give you my thoughts and my reading wrap up. But yeah, it was definitely a good, nice little murder mystery. It's definitely intriguing. And once again, I'll just quickly read that for you. In the small town of Fairview, the tragic tale of Andy Bell's murder by her boyfriend, Sal Singh, still echoes 5 years later. But for Pip, the truth seems elusive. With childhood memories of a kind Sal, she can't reconcile him as a killer. As she delves into the closed case for her senior project, she uncovers buried secrets hinting at Sal's innocence. However, her quest for truth unravels a web of danger, blurring the lines between past and present and putting her own life on the line. Fairview's darkest secrets are about to resurface, and Pip may pay the ultimate price for uncovering them. The second book follows Pip and Ravi still kind of trying to solve not a murder. I think the second one is about a disappearance, I believe, of one of her friends or one of her acquaintances, and then more of Fairview's dark secrets get unraveled. So it's an interesting story. Once again, also a good palate cleanser. And definitely very, very fast paced, but it did get really scary at times. So yeah, keep that in mind if you're a scaredy cat like me. Next, I picked up The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I have heard so many good things about this author. I know everybody highly recommends Carrie Soto is Back, I believe, and I have absolutely no idea what this book is about. I just know everybody recommends it. I know everybody loved it. I believe it's a historical fiction. So I'll be reading the back of the book to tell you what it's all about. It says reclusive Hollywood movie icon Evelyn Hugo is finally ready to tell the truth about her glamorous and scandalous life. But when she chooses unknown magazine reporter Monique Grant for the job, no one is more astounded than Monique herself. Why her? Why now? Summoned to Evelyn's luxurious apartment, Monique listens in fascination as the actress tells her story. From making her way to Los Angeles in the 1950s to her decision to leave show business in the 80s. And, of course, the 7 husbands along the way. Evelyn unpulls a tale of ruthless ambition, unexpected friendship, and a great forbidden love. Monique begins to feel a very real connection to the legendary star. But as Evelyn's story nears its conclusion, it becomes clear that her life intersects with Monique's own in tragic and irreversible ways. I really hope this book isn't going to make me cry, because I have a feeling that it will. I hate picking up books when I know it's going to shatter my soul, so I'm hoping that's not going to be the case. I'm a little wuss. Yeah, this sounded really good, and a lot of people recommended it, so hopefully it'll be a thumbs up for us. Next up, I have The Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman. I hope you say that as Osman and not Osman. In my head, I have it as Osman. I think that's another author. Richard Osman. Anyway. This is about 4 friends in a retirement village, I believe. Once again, I got ChatGPT to revamp it for us a little bit. So let's see what they have to say. It says, in a peaceful retirement village, 4 unlikely friends meet up once a week to investigate unsolved murders. But when a brutal killing takes place on their very doorstep, the Thursday Murder Club finds themselves in the middle of their first live case. Elizabeth, Joyce, Ibrahim and Ron might be pushing 80, but they still have a few tricks up their sleeves. Can our unorthodox but brilliant gang catch the killer before it's too late? Now, I don't know about you, okay? I work in a hearing clinic. And imagining all the sweet, sweet elderly people that come into our clinic, imagining them as, 4 of them just sitting together, solving a murder, it gives wholesome vibes, wholesome vibes, and we are here for it. So I think this is going to be a really good read, and potentially, because it's, a mystery thriller, I think, more mystery, I'm very bad with genres. I just want to say that. I think it's also going to be very fast-paced, which we love. We love a fast-paced. Next up, we have If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. Now, this book, I have no idea. I had no idea what it's about anymore. I think at the time when I put it on my wish list on Amazon, I was looking at a video from Alexandra Roslin. Anyway, and she describes books in such a magical way that she just makes you want to read things that you never ever thought you wanted to read. She has a really magical way of describing books, and she's one of the people on BookTube who really got me back into wanting to read. So I picked this up because of her. It was on my wish list, just randomly picked it up. Once again, I have no idea what it's about. I had to look it up. The back of the book didn't seem intriguing to me, so, we got something else, something with a twist. It says, Oliver Marks has just served 10 years in jail for a murder he may or may not have committed. Whoa, imagine you're in jail for that long and you didn't even commit a murder. to be fair, that actually happens, which is quite sad. On the day he's released, he's greeted by the man who put him in prison. Detective Colborne is retiring, but before he does, he wants to know what really happened a decade ago. I remember Lexi saying she loved this book, so I think I'll give it a go. If she loved it, I'm hoping I will love it too. We have A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime by Monica Murphy. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what this book is about. I picked it up off Amazon because it was on sale, and also because I thought the cover was pretty at the time. Now that I look at it, I don't know anymore. So yeah, I kind of just bought it on a whim, and I want to say this is the second book in this world, I believe, which I also did not know at the time. I just picked it up on a whim. Is it an interconnected standalone? Do I need to read the first one first? Who knows? But yeah, I have no clue what this book is about. I think I saw a lot of bad reviews on it. I haven't seen a lot of good reviews on it, but we'll see how that goes. But anyway, it says it started with a kiss. Reine Beaumont is beautiful and kind. She always gets good grades and is loved by everyone at Lancaster Prep. Everyone but brooding campus bad boy Crew Lancaster. Crew is rich and handsome. His life is meant to be easy, but when you have an overbearing father and your family own the school, the pressure to be the best makes life harder than everyone thinks. And he certainly doesn't have time for innocent girls who only care about their classes. Girls like Reine Beaumont, surprise, surprise. But when unexpected chemistry disrupts psychology class, Reine discovers there's more to life than good grades, and Crew finally understands what it is like to be in love. I am gonna be honest, I opened a bit somewhere in the book and I read a little paragraph, and it was a bit cringy, to be honest, so I'm not sure if I will enjoy it, but we'll give it a go. And it is quite thick too for a romance. I'm not a fan of romance books that are this big. The only romance book I've ever read that was this chunky was All the Things We Left Behind, I think, from Lucy Score. I think that was the name, something like that. I really enjoyed that book. I really enjoyed it. And it was long, but it was good. So we'll see how this one goes. Last one that I picked up is Furthermoor by Darren Simpson. So this is actually a middle grade, and if I haven't said it already, my reading is very diverse. I do have a soft spot for middle grades because they are quite, you know, whimsical and they're just magical, and they're not too serious, they're not too high stakes, they're just comforting, you know. Just read the back for you. The real world is a hostile place for 12-year-old Bryn. His school days stalked by vicious bully Sean, and his family life fractured at home. Ever since his sister Evie died in an accident, Bryn's only safe space is Furthermoor, an imagined world of mechanized trees and clockwork animals, where Evie is still alive. Oh, I know I'm gonna cry. In Furthermoor, no one can hurt Bryn until the mysterious Featherly arrives. Now Bryn is forced to confront his deepest fears and decide if his place in the real world is worth fighting for. I just know I'm gonna cry. I know it. I just know it. I know it. But it has beautiful illustrations as well. I love, and that's the other thing I love about middle grade books, is they just have gorgeous illustrations. But yeah, that concludes my mini book haul. That was about 11 books, I think. I might be placing an order again soon, but I should actually just be going on a book buying ban because I'm really trying to finish everything on my physical TBR, but that is not going great. Anyway, let me know what you've bought recently down in the comments below, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I would love to have you here. I hope you guys have a good one. Bye.